Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This Christmas, I decided I wanted to make a plush mushroom Christmas tree ornament, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, and you can follow along if you like. I'm going for a basic fly agaric mushroom design, but to do that, we need to understand its basic anatomy. Here it is on screen. By the way, I'm absolutely no expert in sewing. This pattern is super basic and I eyeballed the measurements for my ornament, so sorry if this isn't very helpful. The cap is going to be made out of a circle of fabric, the gills are going to be made out of a long strip, and the stem is going to be made out of a trapeze shape. Again, this is just my way of doing it. I'm sure there are probably better patterns and explanations out there for this kind of ornament. For the cap, I'm taking this red-brown atlas pillowcase from my fabric stash and using a lid as a stencil. After cutting it out, all I'm doing is gathering the fabric around the circumference until it looks like a little granny cap. Then stuffing it with polyester fluff until it takes on a mushroom cap shape. For the gills, I used an off-white linen for the fabric, gathering one edge of the long strip until it's ruffled. And connecting both sides into a circle, cutting off any excess so it fits the diameter of the cap with a little bit of seam allowance. Then I realized I forgot to add a loop, so I just did that with embroidery thread. I attached the gills to the cap by folding the circle over the edge and whipping it in place. Like I said, there's probably a better way to do this, but I kind of like the semi-visible stitching, makes it look rustic and handmade. Taking the trapeze-shaped pattern piece, I folded it over in half and made a seam along the edge. The result is a tube that I then just turned inside out, stuffed, and attached to the mushroom cap. I also added some decorative stitching around the stem to add a bit more texture. I don't know, it didn't really work. Now to add the annulus, I just used a strip of scrap lace and sewed it onto the base of the cap, gathering it a bit as I went. At that point, I decided to add a bit of color to the mushroom cap because the fabric I used was a bit too dull for my liking. Plus, fly agaric mushrooms are known to be super bright and colorful, and I wanted it to reflect that. For the mushroom's scales, I decided to embroider them on. I think it makes this mushroom look even more realistic and gives it character. Obviously, you can just use paint for this step. This is going to take a while, since I'm not that great at embroidery, as you'll see in the following footage, so I put on a cozy Christmas film and got to embroidering. I absolutely fell in love with the end result. It looks so friggin' cute. Obviously I had to make some more, but I used different shapes and fabrics this time. Honestly, I think this is a great way to use up fabric scraps, and not only do they look absolutely adorable on your tree, I think they make great gifts as well. Most of my ornaments are also handmade. I made these adorable stars and gingerbread men last year, and they're inspired by Daria Darcy. Go check out her channel. This year, I thrifted these absolutely gorgeous snow globe ornaments, and apparently they're vintage ornaments from the 80s, which is so cool, and I'm so glad to own them now. These wooden clip-on candles are also inspired by Daria Darcy, and I think they add the perfect Victorian yet woodland charm to the tree. The star is actually a cheap glittery plastic one that I paper mache'd over and painted burgundy, though it looks brown on camera. Then dry brushed some gold acrylic over the edges, and I think it suits my aesthetic much better now. Happy holidays to everyone out there. This video came out much later than I'd originally planned, but I still hope you enjoyed. Merry Christmas, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!